Welcome to the Mixology of Real Estate, where agents talk about the recipes that work to build a successful business while mixing the perfect cocktail. Welcome your host, Stephen Votino.
Welcome to another episode of the Mixology of Real Estate. I'm Stephen Votino, and I'm here with Lisette Leon. How you doing?
Good to see you. I'm getting ready to get back to my Cuban roots with this mojito.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a mojito today. It's called the Real Mojito. That again got off the internet because I am a cocktail genius, right? The reason I asked Lisette here today is that we are going to talk about lead conversion, but we're going to talk about the second phase of that, which is once we get in front of the client, what do we need to do to seal the deal, right? Her first year as a real estate agent, she converted 14 company leads, and that is a lot for a first year agent. And she has a secret sauce, and that is once she gets to the client, she's just exceptionally good at getting that client to, I don't know, like you. I mean, you've been invited to weddings. You're phenomenal with your clients, and her business has been building because as she's now in her third year, it's really taken off, and she's getting a lot of referral business, repeat business. So we're going to get into that while we're making this delicious mojito. So we're going to start off with a bunch of mint leaves. Here we go. So it says 10 mint leaves. So I would just
Do I
throw
break
them all
them
in
up
there.
or
Yeah, it sounds like
tear
it.
them up?
I can help you with that. Speed things along a little bit.
I've
So
never made a mojito, even though I'm half Cuban.
never made one, but I've certainly enjoyed them. So, what do you do first when you get to the client?
I was really getting frustrated at the beginning when I was opening doors, and then I would never hear from these people again. So I started to try and figure out how I could spend more time with them and get to know them and get to know what makes them tick. I would usually ask them, what they were looking for. It's usually a specific house. So I would make the appointment as soon as possible. And then as soon as I hung up, I would make a search for a house that was similar to that house within a mile radius, or two if I could find two. And I would preemptively print all of the information from MLS for the buyers for those three homes, the one that they wanted to see and the two that they don't know they want to see. I can immediately tell if it's going to be the one or not, and 99.9% of the time it's not the one.
Do you offer them limes?
No.
Because you need that next for the drink.
Okay. All right. Do I squeeze the limes
No,
or
you
just
put them
right
in
in there?
And then
All
you're
right.
going to muddle while you talk.
All right. Is that mashing or grinding?
I don't know. We're novices at this thing.
All right.
So as you're doing that, you get to the house.
So I get to the house, and I have buyer packets that I make up that have a lot of good information for first-time home buyers, so lender information, inspections, all that kind of stuff. And then also printed the stuff about the home that they wanted to see, plus the two extra ones, which are special. So once we finished seeing the house, I usually ask them, hey, I found these other two houses that are very similar to something that you said you were looking for. So they're right around the corner. If you've got 5 minutes, why don't we go there?
Well, you're doing pretty good on the muddling. So now we're going to add some
Smells
sugar and 2 more lime wedges. But since we're doubling this up, it's going to be 4. So we're going to put 4. That looks like 2 tablespoons of sugar. Close enough, right? And we'll put a few of those in there. And a expert told me if you put a little syrup in there, it'll help muddle the sugar and make it a little sweeter.
All right. So, as you know, I was not a salesperson prior to this, so I don't give that salesperson vibe, which I think wins me points with some of the buyers because they get that a lot. And by that point, we've developed a little bit of a rapport. So I usually will say, hey, let me set you up on an automated search. Let's maybe plan for the weekend and we can go see 3 or 4 houses and, get to know each other better and maybe find something along those lines. So that's basically where I start.
That's awesome. And since we're at a nice transition point, I think the next thing we need to do is do not strain the mixture. Okay, so we started off with our mint and our limes, and we muddled that. We added sugar, more lime, do some more muddling to release those juices of the mint leaves and the lime. And now we're going to add ice to the top, right?
Okay.
And I think typically if we do this in a glass, this is going to be interesting trying to pour this with the ice in there. We didn't really think this through, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Pour that in there. So we're adding ice to the top.
Okay.
Excellent. There we go. Some on the floor, some on the cup. It's perfect. And then we are going to pour rum over the ice and fill the glass. So we need 1.5 ounces of white rum. This is 2 ounces. So I guess we need
2.5.
two of these, 1.5, right? So we're gonna go ahead and pour that in there. So there's 1, okay. And if we do a half of one of these, then we'll have that.
It was more
There
than
we
a
go.
half.
And then we're gonna have to do a half a cup of club soda. And since this is 10 ounces and I know a half a cup is 4 ounces because I took math class, I know we need most of this bottle to go in there. So we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Pour that in there. That looks delicious. And then we're gonna need to pour that in there and taste this. This beautiful.
All the
looking
sugar's
thing.
on the bottom.
It's all on the bottom. So that's okay. This is gonna come out being delicious.
Ah,
Right?
all right.
Okay. Now, how do you think we can pour that in the glasses? You
Pouring
want me to
is
try
all
that?
You.
You know, she was a veterinarian surgeon at one point, so she is good with her hands. Okay. Well, we got some of that stuff in there. I mean,
That looks pretty good to me.
wow. I poured it all in one glass. You probably don't want all of that, do you?
Not when I saw your measuring of the rum.
So, all right. Well,
And
you
all
know,
the
it's not the
greens are
prettiest
not-
thing. Let's get you some of that in there. We might want to stir it up a little bit more, and then we can continue. Okay. Wow.
It's like salad.
It is like a salad. It's a mojito salad, people. It's a mojito salad. You need another lime. There we go.
All right.
All right. So we've got our mojito salads,
We have straws.
and we don't have straws. So you drink mojitos with a straw? Well, this is a proper cocktail. So
Cheers.
So let's try this.
That's pretty tasty, actually.
It's actually not bad. You know, beginner's luck, I guess.
Good.
So you got to that point of them. Now, what are your next steps?
I started giving them a little gift to thank them for their time. So when I first thought of this idea, it was Girl Scout cookie time. So I had those cookies that said thanks a lots on them, and I attached my
Perfect.
business card.
Brilliant.
So I would give them the cookies after we finished the second house. They already have all the information. I told them I'm going to contact them over the weekend and just thank them for spending the time with me. Anna from our firm, she made these great flyers with where to see Christmas lights in our area. And it was really cute. And so like when I ran out of cookies, I gave a couple of people that, and they were super excited, especially if they had kids. Like,
So you're kind of change it up seasonally as you
yeah,
go.
well,
now.
I'm trying to do more listings now, so I haven't had as
Yeah.
many new buyers. But
That's good.
So
I think the important thing is you're trying to make a connection. A lot of times as real estate agents, we're so anxious to go meet them and open the door. We're not taking the time to get to know them. So really, really the advice you have to give everyone, and things that we had talked about earlier preparing for this, is making the connection, getting to know the client, finding stuff in common so you have things to talk about, because you can build trust easier that way, right?
and I've really literally become friends with like all of my clients. Like if I don't have something in common with them, I got my husband and new buddy to go dirt biking with, So I
What
find
are you going to do in 10 years when you have all these past clients and all these friends? I mean, where are you going to have time? You're going to have to stop selling real estate. You're going to have to become an expert cocktail maker for all the parties you're going to
Well,
have
that's
to
a good
throw.
problem to have, right?
This. Well,
Cheers to that.
cheers. I really appreciate you sharing some of your secret sauce with us and sharing this wonderful
This is a
drink
good
with me.
one, too.
It's a great one.